Ever wondered why flies are attracted to honey? Well, friends, it's the same reason narcissists might be attracted to you. Shocking, isn't it? Now, before we dive in, let's take a quick moment to understand who we're talking about here. Narcissists, in their charming and enchanting glory, are individuals who possess an inflated sense of self-importance, coupled with a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. They're like the sun, always needing to be at the center of their own universe. Now let's flip the coin and look at why these suns might be drawn to you. Just like flies to honey, narcissists are attracted to people who can feed their ego, who can make them feel important, loved, and above all, superior. Just as honey is sweet and sticky, so too are the traits that attract a narcissist. Do you have a caring nature, a tendency to put others first? Well, these are the qualities that make you a prime candidate. You see, narcissists thrive on the energy of those who can nurture their ego, who can keep their sun shining, so to speak. And it's not just about being caring and nurturing, they're also attracted to people who are empathetic, forgiving, and have a strong desire to please others. Now you might be thinking, but aren't these good qualities? Absolutely, they are. But here's the kicker. While these traits are indeed admirable, in the hands of a narcissist, they can be manipulated to feed their self-centered needs. So, if you are a person who is empathetic, caring, forgiving, and has a strong desire to please others, you're like a pot of honey to a narcissist. But remember, it's not about changing who you are. It's about setting boundaries and knowing when someone is taking more than they're giving. So, if you've ever found yourself in a narcissist's radar, don't worry. It's not you, it's them. Their attraction is as sweet and sticky as honey. You know how cats love staring at themselves in the mirror? Well, narcissists aren't much different. Picture a cat prancing around, tail held high, pausing every so often to admire its own reflection. Now replace that cat with a narcissist and you're not too far off the mark. Narcissists, like our feline friends, are known for their self-obsessed behavior. They have a grandiose sense of self-importance and a constant need for admiration. But here's the kicker. Narcissists, in their endless quest for validation, are often attracted to people who reflect their own self-image. They look for those who echo their own perceived greatness, much like a cat mesmerized by its own reflection. It's a fascinating, if somewhat unsettling phenomenon. Think of it as a narcissist's mirror. They gaze into it, seeing not only their own reflection but also the image of the person they're attracted to. And what they're hoping to see is a reflection of their own brilliance and significance. Now you might be wondering, why on earth would anyone want to be a mirror for a narcissist? Well, the answer is simple. Narcissists are experts at making those around them feel special. They're charismatic, charming, and often very persuasive. It's easy to get swept up in their world, to bask in their reflected glory. But remember, being a narcissist's mirror isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It can be draining, emotionally exhausting, and let's face it, a little bit weird. After all, who wants to spend their time being someone else's reflection? So the next time you find a narcissist drawn to you, take a moment to consider why. Are they attracted to your unique qualities, your individuality, your spirit? Or are they simply seeing a reflection of their own self-importance? So if a narcissist is attracted to you, maybe it's because they see a little bit of their fabulous self in you, or maybe they just think you're their mirror. Scene script. Ever seen a cat chase a laser pointer? That's a narcissist chasing someone who's just out of their reach. Imagine for a moment you're a cat, and the bright, elusive red dot dancing just beyond your paws is the object of your desire. You're captivated, aren't you? Now replace that feline with a narcissist, and the laser pointer with someone just out of their reach. Sounds familiar? It's a delightful game for the narcissist, a chase that fuels their ego, a pursuit that feeds their need for control. Just like that cat, a narcissist is often drawn to what they can't have. The thrill of the chase, the rush of the pursuit, the tantalizing dance of almost there but not quite. It's a magnetic pull they find hard to resist. It's like a moth to a flame, a bee to a flower, well, you get the point. But why this attraction to the unattainable, you ask? Well, narcissists thrive on challenges. They crave the validation that comes from conquering what seems unconquerable. The harder the target, the sweeter the victory. It's akin to climbing Mount Everest and planting their flag at the summit. It's not the mountain they conquer, but themselves, or so they believe. But here's the twist. The narcissist doesn't just want the thrill of the chase, they want the trophy at the end of it. They want to bask in the glory of their conquest, flaunting their prize like a shiny new toy. But remember, the chase is a game, and games have winners and losers. If you're the prey, you might want to ask yourself, do you really want to be part of this game? And yet, the narcissist's attraction to the unattainable isn't just about the chase. It's about power, control, and a distorted sense of self-worth. It's about their need to feel superior, their desire to dominate. It's a complex dance, a twisted game, a never-ending cycle. So if a narcissist is hot on your trail, maybe you're just their laser pointer, always just a bit out of reach. Why does a peacock display its feathers? To attract attention, of course, just like a narcissist who's attracted to someone who boosts their ego. Now let's dive into the mind of a narcissist. Picture a peacock. Majestic, isn't it? The way it struts around, displaying its vibrant feathers, demanding attention from all who pass by. This, dear listeners, is a lot like a narcissist. Although they may not have the physical plumage of a peacock, they certainly do have the metaphorical feathers of self-importance and vanity. And just like a peacock, they're eager to show these off to anyone willing to admire them. A narcissist thrives on adoration, and they're attracted to those who feed their ego. They crave validation, constantly needing someone to affirm their worth, to tell them they're the best, the smartest, the most beautiful. They want to be the center of everyone's world, the sun around which all planets revolve. Think of it this way. If a narcissist is a peacock, then the person who boosts their ego is the peahen. The peahen doesn't need to do anything extraordinary. All she has to do is admire the peacock, validate its beauty, and make it feel important. The same applies to a narcissist. They're not looking for someone to challenge them or make them better. They're looking for someone to look at them with awe and admiration, to be their biggest fan. But here's the interesting part. Just as a peacock does not need the validation of the peahen to know it's beautiful, a narcissist doesn't really need you to validate their self-importance. They already believe they're the best. Your admiration is just the cherry on top, the extra sparkle to their already shining ego. So let's bring this back to our original question. Why would a narcissist be attracted to you? Well, it's simple. You're their peacock feather. You're the one who adds color to their display, who makes their strut all the more impressive. So, if a narcissist is drawn to you, maybe it's because you're their biggest fan, or maybe you're just their peacock feather. So, why are narcissists attracted to certain people? Well, it's like asking why a dog chases its tail. It's just in their nature. As we've journeyed through the magnet, the mirror, the prey, and the ego booster, we've unearthed the intriguing dynamics of a narcissist's attraction. It's been a fascinating exploration, not unlike observing a nature documentary where the wildest creature is the human ego. Narcissists, like moths to a flame, are drawn to those who reflect their own grandeur, who make them feel like the main character in their own epic saga. They seek out the magnetic personalities who can serve as their mirror, their echo, their adoring audience. But remember, it's not about you. It's all about them. You're the mirror that reflects their perceived perfection. You're the prey that feeds their insatiable ego. You're the ego booster that makes them feel like they're walking on air. It's a dance, a game, a performance where they are always center stage. Yet while it might seem like a doom-laden dance, it's not all despair. Knowledge is power, and understanding the narcissist's attraction can help you navigate the complex maze of their world. It's like knowing the rules of a game. It gives you an edge, a way to play smart and stay safe. So the next time you cross paths with a narcissist, remember the lessons we've discussed. Remember the magnet, the mirror, the prey, and the ego booster. And most importantly, remember that you are more than just a reflection in a narcissist's mirror. You are your own person, with your own worth, independent of anyone else's validation. And there you have it, folks. The mystery of the narcissist's attraction solved. Now do your good deed for the day and hit that subscribe button harder than a narcissist hits on their own reflection.